Hi, welcome back to SARA Daily, where you get our best simple, actionable, reliable advice to help you grow and scale your small business. Today, we are talking about the basics of how to start a podcast. This is a topic that comes up a lot with the women we work with in our business who are seeking to expand their audience beyond their local small business, but aren't exactly sure where to start. Podcasts are a great and inexpensive way to reach more people and establish yourself as a voice in your chosen niche. And yes, there are a ton of podcasts already, but you don't need to let that discourage you. If you are drawn to start one, you should. Here are a few things you need to do to get started. First, you want to make sure you have a clear why behind your show. So you'll want to identify the topics you plan to discuss and the audience you are hoping to target with these topics, since knowing that will be your guidepost when it comes to episode development and interview requests. The second thing is that you'll want to determine your what. This means what format you will use. Are you going to do audio or video? What episode timing will you use? Are you going to do short episodes, micro episodes, long form episodes, or some combo of both? And what structure are you going to go with? Solo episodes with you on your own, or interviews of other people, or some combo of those two things. Having all of this mapped out before you start will really help you with execution. And don't worry, you can always change these things as you go, but you definitely want to have a plan before you start. Lastly, you'll want to determine the how. This means getting the technology you need figured out, the editing process, and signing up for a publishing platform that will get your podcast loaded to all the podcast players like Apple and Spotify. When it comes to technology, there's of course a ton of choices out there, and don't let that paralyze you though. Plenty of the big podcasters still use really simple and inexpensive microphones because it helps them get it done. Editing is another hurdle that can trip you up, but right now, editing is pretty easy to come by on Upwork and Fiverr, so that's a great place to start. And you can also edit your own in GarageBand or on a platform like Zencastr. Picking a publishing platform is a little more tricky because they're a little complicated, but there's a lot of them out there if you just do a little Google search. Anchor is a really great one, Libsyn is what we use, and then Podbean is I've heard great things about. Overall though, the most important thing about having a podcast is just getting started. You can use your iPhone and Zoom and no other fancy tech and have a great show. Just get started, be consistent, and work your way up into fancier technology and better editing as you go. So your takeaway for today is if you want to start a podcast, do it. Just get started on your iPhone, use Zoom, ask people to interview, start talking to your audience. We promise you it will be worth it. It's a great and inexpensive way to get your voice out there. Thanks for watching. For more tips like this, come into the community, our online membership site for women who own small businesses. We love talking about things like podcasting and unique ways to grow your business outside of the traditional methods for small business. We'd love to see you in there. We have all kinds of resources. We hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching.